The energy around Alex Eala had already reached unbelievable levels before Roland Garros even officially exploded into the global spotlight. But absolutely nobody expected what happened next. The cameras were rolling. Fans packed every inch of the grounds in Roland Garros. Journalists rushed from one media station to another, trying to confirm the rumors spreading online in real time. Then suddenly, the moment arrived that completely changed the atmosphere of the tournament. Reports began circulating that Emmanuel Macron personally acknowledged Alex Eala during the event, creating a massive reaction not only among Filipino fans but across the entire tennis world. Social media instantly exploded. People inside the venue looked stunned. Even veteran analysts covering the tournament seemed caught off guard because nobody saw this level of recognition coming for the young Filipino star. For months, tennis fans had quietly watched Alex Eala's rise with curiosity. Some believed she was talented, but still too early in her development to compete with elite players on the biggest stages. Others argued that her composure, intelligence, and fearless style made her one of the most dangerous young prospects in women's tennis. But after her recent performances in Europe, the conversation completely shifted. This was no longer about potential. This was now about presence. Alex Eala was becoming a real global attraction. Everywhere she walked at Roland Garros, cameras followed her. Fans screamed her name from the stands. Children waited near the practice courts, hoping for autographs. Reporters who once ignored her suddenly wanted interviews. And when French officials reportedly recognized her contribution to the growing international popularity of the tournament, the entire atmosphere transformed overnight. What shocked people the most was how natural Eala looked under pressure. Most young athletes entering a massive stage like Roland Garros would appear nervous or overwhelmed. But Alex looked calm, focused, and almost unbelievably mature for her age. Every practice session attracted attention. Every warm-up clip started trending online. Filipino supporters traveled across continents just to witness the moment in person. Videos flooded TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube showing fans chanting her name while waving Philippine flags through the streets of Paris. It started feeling bigger than tennis. It felt cultural. It felt historic. And the more attention she received, the stronger her confidence seemed to become. Inside tennis circles, whispers started growing louder. Analysts on sports networks discussed how quickly Eala's popularity was rising internationally. Some even compared the atmosphere around her to the early breakout years of other young global tennis icons. Of course, many experts warned people not to place unrealistic expectations on her shoulders too quickly. But even they admitted something special was happening. Roland Garros is known for celebrating rising stars, but this situation felt different because of how rapidly fans emotionally connected with her story. She represented not only talent, but national pride, discipline, and belief. Millions of Filipinos suddenly felt they had someone capable of changing the future of tennis in their country forever. Then came the moment that sent the internet into complete chaos. During one of the highly publicized appearances connected to the tournament environment, cameras reportedly captured interactions involving French officials acknowledging Eala's growing impact and popularity. Online headlines immediately turned dramatic. Fans started posting things like "France recognizes greatness" and "Alex Eala just changed history." Whether people exaggerated the moment or not didn't even matter anymore because, emotionally, fans were already fully invested. The clip spread everywhere within hours. Reaction channels on YouTube began posting emergency uploads. Sports pages reposted the footage repeatedly. Filipino celebrities joined the conversation. Athletes from other sports started congratulating her. The momentum became impossible to stop. Meanwhile, many people noticed how stunned parts of the tennis establishment appeared during the entire situation. Some commentators admitted they underestimated how massive Eala's fan base had become internationally. Others were surprised at how quickly mainstream audiences connected with her personality. Unlike some athletes who rely purely on controversy or loud statements, Alex Eala's rise felt authentic. She carried herself with professionalism and humility, while still playing with visible fire and determination on the court. That combination made people root for her even harder. Fans weren't just watching because of hype anymore. They genuinely believed they were witnessing the beginning of something legendary. Back in the Philippines, emotions reached another level completely. Sports bars replayed clips from Roland Garros nonstop. Families gathered around televisions late at night, despite time differences. Schools discussed her achievements. Social media feeds became dominated by Eala updates. Every new photograph from Paris generated thousands of comments within minutes. And as international media coverage continued increasing, Filipino supporters felt a rare kind of pride that's difficult to describe. For many, this wasn't simply about tennis results. It was about finally seeing a Filipino athlete command global attention. Inside one of the most prestigious sporting environments in the world. Even more incredible was how Alex herself continued to stay composed despite the overwhelming attention surrounding her. During interviews, she remained respectful, calm, and focused on improving her game rather than getting distracted by viral headlines. That maturity impressed veteran journalists covering the tournament. Some reporters openly admitted they expected the sudden fame to affect her concentration. Instead, she looked even more determined. Practice intensity increased. Her body language became sharper, and fans started believing that the pressure itself might actually be fueling her confidence rather than hurting it. T. Roland Garros. Momentum matters emotionally just as much as physically. Crowd energy can completely transform matches. Players feed off atmosphere. And suddenly, Alex Eala had thousands of people emotionally invested in every single point she played. Each appearance felt bigger than the last. Each reaction online became louder. International broadcasters began dedicating more airtime to her journey. What started as curiosity evolved into fascination. Then fascination turned into belief. And once belief enters sports, unbelievable things can happen very quickly. The most powerful part of the entire story was seeing how young athletes across Asia responded to her success. Clips surfaced online of young tennis players watching Eala highlights while practicing themselves. Coaches discussed how her visibility could inspire an entirely new generation of players from regions traditionally overlooked in elite tennis conversations. That impact goes far beyond wins and losses. It changes dreams. It changes possibilities. And at Roland Garros, it suddenly felt like Alex Eala wasn't just representing herself anymore, she was carrying the hopes of millions watching around the world. But despite all the excitement, tension also started building rapidly. Because now expectations had reached another level entirely. Fans weren't satisfied anymore with simply seeing her compete well. They wanted victories. They wanted deep tournament runs. They wanted history. Every match suddenly carried enormous emotional weight. Every point became part of a larger narrative unfolding in real time. And with global media now fully paying attention, the pressure surrounding Alex Eala entered completely new territory. Still, if the scenes from Roland Garros proved anything, it's this: Alex Eala is no longer just a rising prospect people casually mention when discussing future stars. She has officially become one of the most talked about young names in international tennis. The attention is real. The fan support is massive. And after the shocking recognition that reportedly caught even WTA circles off guard, the entire sports world is now watching to see what happens next. As the lights of Roland Garros continued shining late into the Paris night, one thing became impossible to ignore. Alex Eala had officially arrived on the world stage. What started as a promising journey suddenly transformed into a global movement fueled by passion, pride, and belief. Fans weren't just watching a tennis player anymore. They were witnessing history unfold in real time. And after the shocking recognition connected to Emmanuel Macron sent social media into chaos, the pressure, expectations, and excitement reached another level entirely. Now the world waits for one question: can Alex Eala turn this unbelievable moment into true tennis immortality?